The clock showed at 6:30. This morning was very different. Hannah, who used to wake up the earliest, now she is still asleep when Bibi and Nora are ready for breakfast. Comment. Nora, how come Hannah's tumban hasn't woken up at this time? The mama said curiously. Maybe she's tired of Ma, because it was last night Nora saw Hannah studying until the evening. Let me wake up, Ma. Nora lied, for fear that the mama would be suspicious. Nora said that because of last night's events, maybe Hannah was still tired and traumatized. Hannah, wake up, it's already noon. Nora's hand shook Hannah's body softly. Slowly Hannah opened her eyelids. With a blank look, she stood up and headed for the bathroom. With a bad feeling, Nora also stepped out of the room towards the dining table. What's wrong with Hannah? Why is he so strange from last night? He said. A few minutes later, Hannah came out of the room and approached the dining table, and even then Aunt and Nora were amazed by Hannah's appearance. Hannah, who used to look simple, a plain face without makeup, ordinary hair in a tie or ordinary in braids, has now changed. Now Hannah polished her face, with pink lipstick, hair was let neatly spread, and at that time Hannah looked very beautiful, charming. After finishing breakfast, the two girls also walked to the bus stop. While waiting for the bus to arrive, Nora also started to open his mouth, which was indeed from just now that there was not a single word that came out of their mouths. Hannah, you're okay, right? Why am I? He replied. You see, from last night you changed. Changed? Yes, you're really cold and so quiet. I've always been this way too. Nope, you were really friendly yesterday, and you are also not the kind of person who likes to use makeup. It's just you who can use makeup. Suddenly Hannah was angry, and it made Nora startled. Nope, it's not that, Han, I'm Kuma _. It's already okay, you don't have to say much. Hannah is angry with fire too, she is right too, very different from her usual. Now Hannah, who used to be obedient, friendly, polite, and kind, is gone. Comment. Since the incident last night, Hannah is now a cold, emotionally friendly girl. Days change days and a month passes, Hannah is still with her cold nature. All her classmates who used to like her very much are now all changing to hate her, and almost all the children in the school hate her. Now Hannah is more often aloof. Nora, who is still loyal, is always watching Hannah from a distance. Han, it's a holiday tomorrow, how about we go to the beach together? Nora opened the conversation amidst the silence between them, who were now equally busy by their respective mobile phones. Comment. Males, replied Hannah shortly. How come, we haven't had a holiday together for a long time? Nora persuaded, and Hannah just remained indifferent. Han plies, Nora continued. I'm busy. Hannah stayed on her phone screen. How come it's Han? I want to go to work. Han, how come, please tomorrow? Yes. Without answering her, Hannah stepped away from her cousin. As usual, Hannah sat blankly wearing her department store uniform, waiting for customers to arrive. A few hours passed, and now the customer has gone by, when the clock has shown that his shift has ended. Suddenly someone came to pick up the goods and headed for the cashier, where Hannah was sitting on standby waiting for the buyer. He was a handsome young man, with fair skin, and a tall stature. All 265,500,000 rupiah, Hannah in her flat tone. Then the man paid with cash, accompanied by a sweet smile on his lips. The man looked at Hannah. But Hannah didn't realize that. Is there anything else? Hannah asked. No thanks. The exit is there. Hannah pointed to the exit made of shatterproof glass that read, pull push. Underscore 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 underscore. On a sunny morning, a handsome young man in a high school uniform was seen looking out his car window. Alex Alfino, a handsome young man who was born into a wealthy family. His parents are a president director of a beauty product company that is well known for its proven efficacy, and has been clinically tested. His mother founded a boutique where the price of clothes and accessories there was tens of millions. Alex Alfino, who is commonly referred to as Alex, is a kind, gentle, and cheerful young man. Today he is going to school at Tunas Bangsa High School. He was moved from Yogyakarta to Jakarta because his parents established a business branch in Jakarta. A few moments later, Alex, who heard his name called by the teacher, began to step foot in an elite class specifically for students with high IQs, because Alex was a student with a computer brain. Alex also stood firmly in front of the students in the classroom. "Hey everyone, my name is Alex Alfino, you can call Alex, I moved from Yogyakarta, please help him," Alex with his bright smile, making all the girls over there scream hysterically, amazed by the super handsome new student. "Alex, you can sit by Hannah," the teacher ordered, because it was only Hannah who was sitting alone. Alex looked at Hannah who was focused on the books in her hand, then strode towards the bench where Hannah was. "Hi, I'll sit next to you," she greeted. "Yes," said Hannah ignorantly, and stayed focused on her books. After finishing class time, Alex tried to open a conversation with the girl sitting next to him. "You Hannah? Yes, know me Alex," as he stretched out his hand. Hannah was silent in response. Didn't we meet last night? We should have been able to get along better," he continued. "I don't know, I don't remember. Department store, take a look at me," with a cheerful smile. Hannah glanced slightly. "Really? I'm sorry I forgot." Then Hannah stepped up to Alex, who was amazed by the nature of the girl. "Hi Alex," called a girl who was now right sitting on her back bench. "Yes, what's the matter? It must be difficult, right?" "Difficult? What does that mean?" "It's hard to be a friend of Hannah, she's the weirdest girl in the class." "What does that mean? Don't you want me to tell you?" "Yes, you can." In the past, yes, in the early days he entered this school, he was not like now. He used to be very friendly, cheerful, polite, and very kind to his people, but since that night he has changed very Hyuf. The girl named Rara let out a long sigh. "Why that night?" "I heard that night, Hannah and her cousin Nara had just returned from looking for a part-time job. Then they passed through a small and dark hallway that GK could pass by during the full moon. But they passed there just after the full moon, and that's when Hannah changed." "Then what about the cousin?" "The cousin is fine." "Ha ha ha ha," Alex laughed loosely. "How come you laugh?" "It's just funny, modern times like this still believe so." "One. That's right, Hannah used to be a really good person, now she's a psychopath because of that night." "Huh? Psychopath? You don't have to overdo it. Actually, a few weeks ago, all the children in this school saw themselves when he hit Ronald using a broomstick, even though Ronald was a school thug who was notoriously fierce. Anyway, don't you make him upset,